Okay, so welcome, and now we're going to do an example of where we're going to have to deal with volume. And in this situation we have a rectangular plot of land that we're going to be excavating. And so this is how it's going to work. This is the setup. So there's a rectangular plot of land, 40 feet by 80 feet, and they want to excavate it to a benchmark level of 130 feet. Okay, so that's the elevation that they want. Okay, so we're dealing with a rectangular prism. So if you look at it on the side, it might look something like this, right? So you're something like that. So here's the rectangular plot of land, and here's the elevation, right? So here's the 40 by 80, just to give you an idea. So the idea is we want a benchmark of 130 feet elevation for this plot of land. Right now, the elevation at the four corners are given by these numbers. So again, it doesn't matter which corner you're looking at, but these are the elevations of each of the four corners. So the question is how much volume, how much volume in cubic yards of dirt needs to be removed to get it to a level elevation of 130 feet. Okay, so that's what we're gonna, that's the goal. That's what we need to figure out. Okay, so first thing we need is the area. Okay, well, it's a rectangle, so that's easy, right? So the area of this plot of land is length times width. So it's just going to be 80 times 40. Okay, so 3,200 square feet, right? Okay, so that's the first thing. Okay, now what we want to do is, since these are the corners, obviously the elevation is going to go up and down wherever you stand or wherever you walk in this plot of land. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the average of these four corners to get an average elevation. So let's take the average, okay? So the average elevation is the sum of these elevations divided by 4. So we're just going to take 136.5 plus 138.3 plus 139.4 plus 137.3. And we're going to divide by 4. And what's the average that we're going to get? So in this case here, we're going to get an average of 137,875. 137.875 square feet. Okay. Oh no, that's not square feet. This is square feet. This is elevation. Okay, so the average elevation is 137.875 feet. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to take that average, right? And we want to subtract from 130. We want to find the difference between this average elevation for this plot of land and what the benchmark is, what they want, which is 130. So if we take 137.875 and subtract off 130 feet, that gives us 7.875 feet of difference. Okay, so this is going to represent how much more dirt we have on average than at the benchmark. Okay, so let's say if we're looking at this, so right here this right here is at 130 feet, right? So this difference, this extra height, is the amount of dirt that we're going to remove, which is on average 7.875 feet higher. Okay, so now so we've got the height and we've got the area of the plot of land. So if we take the height times the area, then that's going to give us the volume of dirt on average that we're going to have to remove. Okay, so let's do that. So let me move this because we don't need that anymore. So the volume, the excess volume, if you will, is going to be 3,200. So it's going to be the area times the depth or height. So that's going to be 3,200 times 7.875. And so now, what do we get for the volume in this case? We get 25,200 square feet. 25,000, what was it? 25,200. 25,200 square feet. Now, not square feet, cubic feet. Okay, so now that's the volume, and guess what? That needs to be converted into yards because they want cubic yards. Okay, well, what do? Well, we take 25,200 and we've got cubic feet over 1. And now we've got to multiply by our conversion factors. Well, what is our conversion factors? Well, we say how many feet are in a yard? 3. Right? So you could do 3 feet, right? So there are 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. Right? And then you can do it again. Times 1 yard to 3 feet times 1 yard to 3 feet. Okay, so you could do that. If you don't remember the conversion for cubic yards to cubic feet, then you could easily do it this way. Because now you've got feet times feet times feet, which cancels with these feet, right? And you've got yards times yards times yards, which is cubic yards. So now, what do? You're going to actually divide, you're going to multiply across the top and the bottom, and so this is going to equal 25,200 divided by 27. And this will be cubic yards. And so when you do that, you get approximately, let's see, you get 93, okay, so you get a repeating decimal. So you get 933.3, that keeps repeating. So I would say that this is equal to 933 1/3 cubic yards. And that's it. That's the answer. Have a great day.